Hello, everybody. Sorry, I've edited out something funny that happened beforehand. No, she wasn't doing that much blow before this.
Only just a little.
It's there we go, good. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, but yeah, we're back finally. Finally, it was a week. uh, since we had a very spoiler-free Avengers Endgame review, we're now here to talk about The Long Shot, the movie that's not going to be #1 this weekend. We're just gonna face is like, even though there was actually a number of people at our theaters, and I'm pretty sure there's a few people actually out there want to see this film, Avengers is gonna be #1 again. I mean, it's this or Randy Quaid's, or not Randy Quaid, Dennis Quaid's a freaking creeper. And no. Yeah, just no. Or Ugly Dolls. Yeah, so we wanted to go see the new Seth Rogen movie with Charlize Theron and all of her South Africanness. So, since Megan sort of led us off last week, I will lead us off this week talking about this film and talking about how it's a long shot and that it would do any good. And I would like to make that joke, but I think this movie's going to do fairly decently in terms of box office revenue, if that's important, because this movie's actually pretty damn funny.
Yeah.
There is a lot of charm to the film. There's actually a lot of wit to it, which is surprising. A lot of these movies tend to be kind of witless. And on top of everything, it knows when to stop with rapid fire jokes and knows also when to not let characters have a bit of a serious moment here or there. Let characters just be characters for a bit without just bombarding you with jokes. That being said, this movie is damn funny. There's a lot of good humor throughout the entire film. There's bits throughout it that we were both laughing our asses off at.
I even snorted.
Yeah. Even though I'm pretty sure you all are used to me making her snort because of my stupid jokes.
Okay, Sam, a giggly little bitch.
I love her though. Sorry, I was like in a really bad sliding down. But no,
Not like my glasses in the movie theater.
yeah.
I was like, like,
Just slide right off almost.
I was like, I'm not doing nothing to it. I'm. Anyway.
But yeah, Charlize Theron, those who are wondering the basic premise of this movie, plays a secretary of state who she is possibly going up for election for president. She wants to be endorsed by the president who, it's not a parody of Trump, but it's a parody of electing a celebrity as president. A nice way of putting it. Even though a lot of people, especially hardline Democrats, he won no celebrity. He is a celebrity in and of itself. He is a face of something. It would be like if Jeff Bezos decided to go for president. He is a face of Amazon. You know, that terrible company nobody should buy from. But it's along those lines. She works under him in terms of, like I said, being Secretary of State. It shows that she has a very hectic schedule and she just really is not allowed to sleep much or really enjoy herself.
I would say she falls asleep on her bathroom floor. And
She falls asleep sitting on her tub while the tub is filling up with water.
yeah, while she's trying to like take a nice relaxing bath, it's like, okay, well I'll wait for the
It just passes out
and then wakes up and like
when it's overflowing.
it's like, oh, and then just crashes right there on the floor.
Yeah. Then there's also Seth Rogen. He plays a writer who,
A journalist.
yeah, a journalist is better ways, but writing journalist. He's not a photojournalist. Let's just put it that way. But the nicest way to put him is, think of somebody who does want to go after the truth, but sometimes is a little bit more willing to ignore stuff whenever it's not pretty much for his side, for lack of a better way to put it. He is meant to be a person who is more Democrat leaning. In this movie, though, I'm actually kind of very thankful for it. It doesn't really delve into politics a ton, but when it does, it actually deals with it in a very deft kind of hand. It just straight up says, like, both sides fuck up, both sides have good in them, both sides do something bad, both sides do something good. In fact, one time his friend, who's played by Ice Cube's son, I'm sorry, I cannot remember.
O'Shea Jackson.
Yeah, O'Shea
Jr.
Jackson. Or it might be O'Shea. I want to say it's O'Shea, because I think
O'Shea Jackson Jr.
Yeah. Actually a pretty damn good actor, I'll say. And he's also got a lot of good... He's just got good comedic timing throughout this entire film. But he pretty much just pimp slaps him. He's like, dude, it's like, both sides are jackasses. And also, he's like, I'm a Republican. And then Seth Rogen's like, oh, you're a Republican?
Yeah, he freaks out like, oh my god, how did I not know this? And he's like, yeah, you know what else? I'm also a Christian. Like, shows the cross around his neck.
Yeah, and it felt like that was their way of saying, it's like, look, just because somebody is certain things, it doesn't mean anything. And that is the long and truth of the entire film, and that's one of the things that kind of does push, is that it doesn't matter what, you claim you are, it matters who you are. It's like somebody could claim, I'm a member of the Green Party. Well, that doesn't mean they're a tree hugger. Most likely they probably are, no offense. But it does mean that they are their own person. And that's, like I said, it's the running theme of the entire film. And just to put it, to those who are wondering, it's like, yeah, Seth Rogen and Charlize Theron have a connection from the past. It's actually kind of funny. And then they just kind of meet back up after so long, and he becomes a writer for her. Speechwriter.
Yeah, speechwriter. She's on the road getting ready to launch this environmental initiative.
Pretty much think like the Paris Accords, though it's actually meant to try and do something. Sorry.
And she's also getting ready to announce her run for presidency in 2020 after learning that this TV actor president that she works for decides, like, you know what? I'm not going to run for a second term. I just want to, go back to acting and...
Want to do movies.
Yeah, move on to movies. Whereas before he was like a TV actor playing a president.
Yeah, and it's actually kind of funny because they mention two people constantly. They mention Woody Harrelson, George Clooney, and it's like, I can't know anybody else. Denzel Washington? Lawrence Fishburne? I mean, for crying out loud, we mentioned two white actors and not the two black? Not to be racist there, but like...
Well, I also mentioned Jennifer Aniston. It's like, was she really a movie star, though? Was
she really a successful movie star just because she started in movies?
Doesn't mean she was a movie star. Like,
oh, that joke was actually pretty damn funny. I laughed my ass off at that one. But yeah, it's just one of those, like, yeah, I found it funny they kept mentioning Woody Harrelson and George Clooney, but they never mentioned Lawrence Fishburne, because where did he start? Pee-wee's Playhouse, out of all things. And, of course, might be wrong saying Denzel Washington was on not Hill Street Blues. It was a show that also went with it. I can't remember what the name of it is. It's going to bug me now. I don't know. Or hell, what about Bruce Willis?
Yeah.
Bruce Willis was in Moonlighting.
Moonlighting. Now he's a big movie star.
He was a big movie star. Then he quit giving a shit. I love Bruce Smith. So I've had a thing of a dumb tongue today. I've been having a lot of my tongue just sticking down to the roof of my mouth. Like, nope, not roof of my mouth. How does it stick down to the roof? I'm upside down. But no, yeah, it's like you have all these different actors that did transition really well in the movies. It's like they just mention these two, and it's like, all right, those are kind of funny, but it's like it's weird that they don't bring up any of the others. Like Bruce Willis is one of the big ones I was kind of thinking about. I was like, oh yeah, he really started in Moonlighting. And also it was ironic because he transitioned first into comedies with Blind Date. There was a couple other ones, and then he only became an action star because of Die Hard, of course.
Yeah.
Not to talk movies with y'all too much, and besides the fact to talk about very well-known movies. But yeah, I rather enjoyed the hell out of this. I thought Charlize Theron and Seth Rogen actually had really good chemistry throughout it. They played off of each other rather well.
Yeah, they were really adorable together. I mean, he's just, normal, everyday schlub, doing his, thing from Knocked Up and every other movie he's in. I was like, oh wow, you're gorgeous, way too gorgeous to be with me.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of self-deprecating humor.
But he's always, that's the best way to put it, he's very kind to her constantly. Like, one of the really just aww moments was there was this like super formal thing that they had to attend to. It was in Buenos Aires, I believe is where it was.
Buenos Aires.
Buenos Aires, it's the same thing. Buenos Aires is the name of the place in Argentina. I don't know what Buenos Aires is.
Buenos Aires.
No, it's Buenos Aires. The I is in a different place. You don't really enunciate that R like you do. But
anywho,
yeah, he sends her this like handwritten note, and he plays a song from Pretty Woman. Ironic, because this does have some like pretty much role reversal in a way.
Like, it must have been loved by Roxette.
Yeah, and they're just dancing, and it's just adorable. It's like, aww.
Well, he plays that because that's like supposed to be her favorite song.
Yeah, but it's also kind of cute because they're just kind of slow dancing together.
Yeah, they're just kind of like dancing, like kind of singing along. It's like, oh, it's like, it's a really sweet moment.
Yeah, and like especially when she puts her arms around him, actually, and just it's cute. It's very, very cute, and you never get the. What was her name? I can't remember, from Green Lantern. Pretty much Ryan Reynolds' opposite. I can't remember her name, but yeah, them two, they had no chemistry together, where it's like, oh, they feel like they are her brother and sister, and it's weird. Yeah, they actually have really good chemistry together, and the one negative I think we both can kind of agree on, it does lean a little into conventions at times. The worst is near the end, because they have to have the forced breakup thing, which you see coming, and
they're from different
sides of the track.
Yeah, different worlds. It's like, oh, you're two different people. They're not gonna work out. But
they work it out anyway.
Yeah, which cliche. You see it coming miles and miles away, but overall, it was a really cute movie. They were really sweet together.
Yeah,
and it was really hilarious. Like, I thought there was gonna be like some humor here and there. No, like I was laughing a lot, like almost constantly throughout the movie.
And I was surprised it wasn't like super overtly raunchy, but there were some decent raunchy jokes. Like, don't think that this is going to be like the new American Pie or the new Animal House. Yeah. It's like, there is some raunchy stuff, but whenever it does it well. One joke maybe lasts a little too long. I was like, all right, let's go. This joke's getting a little old. I know where this is going. Yeah. And of course, this deal with Seth Rogen and his penis. It's like that joke. I was like, all right, I know where this is going. Come on, guys, just go with it. Minor quibble, but the rest of it's like, to describe the humor in this movie, it really just kind of like I've been saying, it's like a rapid fire. It's just kind of like, here is a funny line. Here is something funny. Here's something funny. Here's something funny. It's not quite bam, 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 bam too fast. It's at that just right cadence that somebody, two actors who have really worked with comedy before, because I know both Charlize Theron, especially Seth Rogen, have done comedies, and they've always done them really well. They know how to make you pretty much want to go see this movie again, because you want, oh, what did I miss because I was laughing at this part? Because I know they said something that was kind of funny that I was kind of getting the end of. It's one of the things that a lot of comedies just don't get anymore. They always want to, here's joke, pause for laughter. And it feels very, for lack of a better way, Big Bang Theory-ish. I said something funny, pause for laugh track here. Another joke, pause for laugh track here. And that kind of humor throughout most other films can be really, really agitating and really suck out all the life, like Ghostbusters did.
The remake.
Yeah, remake. We'll just call it what it is. It is Shitbusters. No, a lot of people, it's Girlbusters. No, because no problems would have been made if this was an all-female cast. In fact, we've given out our ideas of an actual all-female cast. It would have been fantastic. Sorry. Always readjusting. It's like, let's just call it, it's shit. It's just a shitty movie. Regardless of whether it was females, males, or not. That script sucked. And there were just too many times like it wanted to pause for a laugh or... It really... And that was my issue
and there
also.
There were jokes that went on way too long. It's like, okay, this joke was not funny to begin with. Quit trying to beat the dead horse and just move on.
Yeah. It's like they did that constantly. That pause thing. It's like, here, let the audience laugh. It's like, no, just let them laugh it in their own space and then just keep going. If they miss it, hey, come back again and come see it. Instead, you didn't miss shit with shitbusters. But with this, I think there might have been a joke or two we might have missed. But hey, I'm happy with that. I want to go see it again then. And that's a positive. That's a really good positive.
I'd be willing to see it again, or at least own it when it comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Just for the simple fact that I'll laugh my ass off.
Yeah, I'll say it's a damn funny movie.
Yeah, I mean, there's like lots of there's quips and one-liners. There's political jokes, sort of. There's physical humor. There's a little bit like gross out humor, just a little bit, just a tad.
Little, it's sort of like Blockers. It was used in a decent sense.
Yeah.
It never felt like, okay, we're putting a gross out joke here because we need a gross out joke. It just felt like something that kind of was going to be. So, yeah, I really enjoyed the hell out of this movie. I was actually really surprised by it. It's not that I was dreading it, it's just like, was the best thing I could say. So, hey, I say while you're watching Endgame, go see this too. We all know you're going to go watch Endgame again. We're going to go watch Endgame again. We're going tomorrow.
As after you're done watching Endgame, go see this movie.
Yeah, this is a damn funny comedy. I don't think anybody's going to be remiss if... I don't know how I'm trying to say what I'm saying. Never mind me, people. I'm stupid. You would be a little remiss if you actually missed. Let me put it that way.
Forgive him. His brain is out to lunch.
Yeah, my brain went out to lunch and never came back. I don't know what the hell. Took the keys and the tires, too. I don't know how it did that. So...
Yeah, Seth Rogen is, lovable teddy bear he always is. And, as we talked about, it's like, yeah, they do have actually some pretty good chemistry. And it's not just all... like, jokes coming from him. She also gets in few...
She gets a number of really good jokes, too.
Yeah.
And she actually can do some pretty decent little physical humor. When they did some good physical humor, don't mind me again, when they were actually doing it together, it's like they worked together really well. I think she even pulled off maybe even better physical humor than Seth Rogen. Mostly because that's kind of more Charlize Theron's thing. She knows more physical, but she still gets some really good quips in here and there. And I was, surprised the hell out of me. I was like, oh, this was actually really damn good. It's one of the best comedies there is right now. Oh, I mean, it seems mean because this movie got released the weekend after Endgame. It got released in the movie that's probably going to end up being Avatar in worldwide box office. It's like, wow, why'd y'all release it here? Like, if they released this around, I would say, closer to February, this would have been much better than half the shit we saw around February. We didn't see... Yeah, our year's been kind of down for a bit. We've had some good movies. Hey, I'm glad this one's a really good one. But
and also some really bad ones. Do we have any meh ones, do you think?
No, that's been the problem. We've had a few good and a lot of really, whoa.
Only a couple of years ago where it's like, some good, some really good, some kind of meh. But very few, bad movies. They were more just like jam-packed to the end of the year.
Oh yeah, like last year. It was just, I was getting rough. I was getting really rough near the end of the year. I was like, I want a good movie. I just want something good. Nothing's good coming out. So yeah, go see Long Shot. It's funny as hell. You're gonna enjoy yourself. Holy shit, that burp was loud. Sorry, AD bad roller. Here now, I know why. So, any more you want to say about it, or you feel like you should give it a solid score?
No, I think we talked about all that we can talk about without giving away all the movie.
Yeah, though to be fair, it's like it is a bit predictable in certain circumstances. So, no, it's probably going to end how you think it's going to end, but it's still fun ride for what it is. And I think that's what the movie understood, and that's the reason why it went with giving you the best ride possible, even though the ending is very cliched.
Yeah.
So, what would you give this film?
Solid 9.
I think a 9 is good. I think a 9 is exactly what I would give it. It's not a perfect 10. Like I said, that one big flaw of its cliched ending, or not cliched ending, but cliche breakup. Let's just put it that way. It's a breakup thing. That always happens.
Just the romantic comedy trope.
Yeah, and I don't mind that they did lean into it, because there is still some jokes to have. But dear God, am I getting tired of seeing it. I mean, it's not as bad as like with Everyday, where the whole breakup thing became a whole plot line, and it ended up leading to a very unsatisfying ending where you're going, the fuck happened?
It just ends. Like, wait, what? Yeah. It's like, I need closure!
It's like, what a cockblock of a movie. Mm-hmm. Speaking of which, they actually have like Agent Clock. I block you from seeing what time it is. Now they have Agent Cockblock in here. It's actually really damn funny to me. Mm-hmm. But yeah, go see it. It's a solid 9. While you're watching Endgame, go ahead and sneak on over to the Long Shot. No, go see Long Shot. Give it some love as well. I think it's not as good as Endgame, yes, but to be fair, you're comparing
apples and oranges here.
Hell, you're not even comparing apples and oranges. You're comparing a perfectly cooked steak to apples. It's like you're comparing two things that aren't even in the same food group. So yeah, go check it out. See for yourself, and you'll probably be pleasantly surprised. But hey, next week we're gonna watch an electric rodent. I'm still on the fence about it, but hey, it doesn't look as bad as Sonic.
I get to see the trailer for that.
Oh.
I hear it's terrible looking.
We get to do that, huh?
I was just waiting on maybe do a reaction video on it later.
We could do it sooner. But hey, we'll see y'all next week with Detective Pikachu, and until then, see y'all there. So, bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.